It's Week 11 of the NFL, where we'll see a brawl inside the NFC North. It's the Bears and the Lions, and it comes your way next.
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance.
The NFL season is hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. Bringing them out is the #1 overall pick this year, Heisman Trophy winner at Alabama, Bryce Young.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Now Young. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. Still on his feet. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Jamar Chase, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a man who took that huge jump everyone had hoped for in year 2, one of the game's brightest young stars, and that's Trevor Lawrence.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not, just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 17 carries, 84 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game, and even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a change-up.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. That's to the veteran. It's Robert Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Lawrence. His throw incomplete. The Lions at 4-5, a game under 500. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that will be incomplete. But the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights on in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Here's Spears on 2nd down. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
But we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Now Lawrence on 1st down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Lawrence will throw. Complete. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This has probably been a short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And Chubb will try the middle here. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the 1st quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. So they were able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They'd lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They go play action. Young. They'll get this to the rookie, Jonathan Mingo. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Hand off to Spears. Wiggles free. Still going. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Tyjae Spears with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
And McPherson on for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
Now Lawrence to throw on second down. And he fires one incomplete. You look at this Bears defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bears take over. On play action. Young. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Boye Mafe has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
A throw over the middle, taken in. Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Now Young. Pressure, he's brought down. Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluokun. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to... Just want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Time for another look at this Lions offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They got to get going.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. And again, it's Chubb. Down to the 22-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears 16. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Lions on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. And he's going to have the Lions first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on third and inches.
I think they like this drive a little bit better than a Gardner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. With Nick Bonito not letting him escape there, he was in instant pursuit off the snap and dropped him behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Back for Miller, it's Chubb. And he'll take this one down near the 15. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Lions on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. That's going to land up incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
The kick by Carlson is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
The Bears now ready to take over again. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Out of the gun to give to Spears. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Young on third down. They'll set up the screen for Spears. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and they'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on third down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped him for no gain.
And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Lions will take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now Lawrence to throw. As this complete to Woods. He'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Lawrence. Throw caught by Musgrave. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now Lawrence. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. 2nd and 10. They run the option left with Lawrence. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They set up the screen to Chubb. first as they tackle him down at about the 36. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Carlson able to put this one through. So that tries a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. A good run on 1st down. It's got him very close to the line to gain, just shy of the 35. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. The Spears with another carry. Reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Well, that habits, we can be somewhat predictable. You know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say, play action. Yeah, without a doubt, that's a great spot to come out. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2. Young to throw it. And that is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well. But I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd. Here's Young for the shotgun. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. 3rd and 2, now Lawrence. Incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. On the return, Johnson. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Young looks to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Now here's Young. Looking for Chase on the outside. He's got him. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Off the play fake, Young. He's got Mingo. And they'll wind up getting this And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll throw again. Young. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
A second down throw for Young. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. After dropping so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Young. And it was caught. And the Bears are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Young now. And it is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Olamide Zaccheaus from 3 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
McPherson on for the point after. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. And Detroit getting set to go now. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. Musgrave's got it out right. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Woods. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw brought in by Watson. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that lead is back down to 9 now. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We saw a solid first half out of the man from Tulane, Tyjae Spears. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And he's on here, pick up of 8. Losing with 2 to go on second down.
Now a 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
And Woods has it complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
See nods of approval as a welcome sign of life that this offense needed.
Again, it's Lawrence.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Lions are back within a score. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is down to 2.
This fielded right at the goal line.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun
That's Hudson. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 3rd down and 7. Here's Young. And now the ball's out. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, the touchdown a minute ago on offense got him back into it, and now the defense turns right around and forces the turnover.
And you and I both know if you're going to come from as far down as they have to, it's going to take both sides of the ball, maybe even the special teams to get involved. And so far, they've done exactly that. Offense scores, defense does its job. They're making their move.
Detroit's offense ready to take over.
It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Out is Carlson now for the Raider field goal. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. The kick by Carlson is good, and with it, they have taken the lead. So it's another field goal here. He may need to ice his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
Yeah, get the trainer. They're going to need this guy, and they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. About 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
And here's a give to Spears.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw.
Throw left side complete. That's Watson. And he's knocked to the turf right there at the 46-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down. They'll try the draw now with Chubb.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 9.
They run it again with Chubb. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line.
Now Spears to begin the drive.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
82 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. First down, here's White. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Young. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Young on third down. Nowhere to go. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coach is always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's third and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
They go up the middle with Chubb, and he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now we've got a third and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lawrence on third down.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him now complete. And the Lions are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now Lawrence to throw.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
DK Metcalf.
A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Lions take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown.
An out route there for the score. A quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Young off the play fake.
Open man is the tight end, John Bates.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it's second down.
Here's a run by Spears.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Young. He's got his target. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 35. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And some space here. Touchdown, Chicago! Tyjae Spears with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bears have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
They'll try and run it in. But he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. And the failure to convert and tie the game, now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. Well, they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. On first down, Lawrence, a short throw to Musgrave. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. On play action, Lawrence. Throw caught by Musgrave. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Good work here by the tight end. It's a crossing route off of play action. They're going to have a side receiver in the post to hopefully let the defense think they're taking a shot. And then they bring the tight end underneath, and it winds up a first down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Lawrence. Pass complete. He's got Woods streaking across the field. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Handoff comes to Chubb. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Lawrence. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Nick Bonito coming in there to record the sack. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now Lawrence. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Again, this is Chubb, and this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will push the lead up to 5. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Chicago offense set to get started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just...
Young loses it. And one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Well, they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery. A run for Nick Chubb. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left in no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. And from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do. We kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. How many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On the option, here's Spears. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. Here comes a big one as this crowd gets up making some noise. It's third and short. Right back to Spears. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Hand off to Spears. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The jet sweep, this is Mingo. On this one, may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Young. And this is going to be incomplete.
It looked like the right time to dial up the running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
Here comes the Bears punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. The Lions offense set to take over. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
And what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And meanwhile, here's a second down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Lawrence. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Second down and 8. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That one too wide and incomplete. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So now the Bears down by 8, 1:51 on the clock. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Young to throw. And he can't get it thrown away. He's taken down. Tuli Pelotu in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here's 2nd down. Now Young. And his throw here's incomplete. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
This is where they have to be careful because they get the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
Well, shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's the downside of taking these big shots because they definitely work with some of these players. And now they look up and it's 4th down. So not only do you have to worry about getting big yardage, you also need to just keep the game alive.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Young. That one tipped and it's incomplete. Good hands in defensively. And it's 2nd down. Here's Young. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4th down territory. Time now on their side. I don't think they're going to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Young loses it. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because a game